Hey guys, KoldsnedLP here and welcome back to Let's Play Croc, The Legend of the Gobbos. We're going to start with level 1-3 today. Lava, shouting lava, lava, lava. It's definitely where the game doesn't pick up in difficulty. It doesn't pick up in difficulty, I'd say, but it definitely gets more interesting in its grasp of certain... what's the word I'm looking for? Certain aspects, I guess. We get introduction. A lot of these early, like this world is basically introducing you to a lot of things you'll see later on in the game, and how you can use them. So here we got an arrow platform. You stand on one end, it moves, and get a red crystal over there. You stand on the other end, it moves in that direction. It's quite simple, very simple. You don't have to do anything extra. Now, obviously, switch here pops up some more platforms. Now to the left here, I think I'll show it. Just spin the camera. Spin. Over there you see some glowing dots. That's a bonus area. Basically you go in there, you can get a few extra lives that are kicking around and stuff like that. I'm not going to bother with it. You can do it, but I normally end up losing more lives than I get in bonus areas, so I'm just not going to bother with any of them. There's one area I think I'll bother with, but that's if I can remember which one it is. Aha, now, welcome to one of the first minigames. You'll be seeing a lot of this minigame throughout the game itself. Basically, it's one of those things where they put a gobbo under a box and then spin all the boxes around, and you've got to guess which box the gobbo's under. Yeah, pretty simple, really. Just keep an eye on it. It can be quite hard if you're not good at those games, but if you keep trying, eventually you'll spot it. Here we get a movable box. Obviously, a stable platform is you gotta move the box to get on the platforms. There's quite a lot of stuff up here actually. Up here there's a gobbo, and then over here there's a gold key that unlocks a door. Gold keys unlock doors, silver keys unlock cages. That's the only difference. Over here you get the green crystal, and if you wait long enough the platform moves up to reveal where the gold door is that you can access for extra things. Now, sometimes there's stuff behind it, sometimes there's not. It's just a little bonus area. It all depends on what level you're in, really, I guess. Depending. But up here we get, don't smash any of those crates, otherwise you can't get up here. But up here we have a gobbo, giant worm, and a blue crystal. So, grab all those things. Sometimes, I don't know if I mentioned this, sometimes, obviously in giant worm things, so in the first level you could go down that and there's a little extra area. It's not all of them. Some of them you'll see a jelly inside. Jelly inside means there's nothing you can really get from that. But you know, it's interesting to watch. Interesting to always try. Sometimes there's extra lives. Sometimes there's this and something like that. Here's a balloon. These carry you to certain spots, but never take you back. So there are one-way trips. So be careful. You don't end up taking it knowing you can't get back, or you've missed something. Oh, okay. What else we got? We're coming up to what's possibly one of the... It's the second hardest minigame in the game, but once you get it down, it's pretty easy. Oh, one more thing tonight. Every now and again, you might see me just stand still when you actually clearly be doing something. I'm alternating between analog and the D-pad. For two reasons. Was it for two reasons? Or for one reason? Just for reasons. First of all, behind it is the key for the cage to get that last gobbo. It's harder to pull off the platforming with the analog stick because it's harder to just turn on sixpence. With the D-pad, if you just press left or right, you don't actually move. You just shuffle in a circle, so you can use that to your advantage. But with the analog stick, I don't know. I feel like I have more control running and movement. So I think it's more analog stick for big open areas and bosses probably, and D-pad for more platformy segments that'll come up. You know, that we'll end up visiting. But here we are. This is a minigame that caused me so much pain as a kid. You won't use the D-pad for this one, I'll tell you right now. Basically, sheep or something will pop out of these holes, and you've got to stomp on the switch to get rid of them. Now this can be a pain, because as you see here, I'm thrown off my line. I managed to get it back, but if you lose the angle, then you'll be walking all over the place, and you won't be able to hit every sheep. Now you don't need to hit every sheep to get the gobbo. You have to hit, I believe it's... I think you can miss 4 or 5, something like that. Something around that number. Try not to miss more than 3 and you're alright. Hints, I guess, just stay on the central platform. Tap the jump button in the direction to go left or right 1 step. And if you need to jump, say, from the far left to the far right, hold the jump button on the left stick and go all the way over, and that should move you over enough. But they're not too difficult. I mean, when you first play them, they probably are, but you'll get the hang of it. You easily get the hang of it. I mean, I didn't at first, and then as a kid I finally did, and here I am playing it. Okay, so here we go. Every 3 levels, there is a 4th level. Yeah, I know, I'm smart like that. This 4th level is the Lair of the Feeble. It's basically the mid-boss. Every island has a mid-boss and a boss, so this is the mid-boss. And Baron Dante, you get a little cutscene of Baron Dante creating your boss nemesis person, and here he gets some sort of duck and makes it tall. Now I don't know how that's meant to be and trust me, this isn't a difficult boss at all, but I don't, hey ho, he gets a bit more ingenious as he goes on, a little bit, and gets a bit more stuff to him, but hey ho. Now in these levels there are no gobos, there are no coloured crystals, or just normal crystals, lives, etc, so I'd say you're more than happy just to run through them. I don't really bother with anything extra on the sides, just leg it through. Smash the boxes, grab a few crystals. If you're maybe going for some lives at the end, if you think you need the tally to get your total up, or you see an extra life you think you can get, go for it. But I'm terrible at hitting those ones. God, I need to get back with the kasplatting. Oh no, that's another Dantini. You're running into that again. But yeah, just collect crystals. There's not. I think there's only 2 sections before every boss, so don't worry too much about failing. Try to think of a boss where it's got quite a hard section before, and I think it's only like the last couple of bosses, and even the final secret boss just has no area before he just dropped right in. So anyway, to beat this boss, pretty simple. Just run circles around it, and he'll follow you, and occasionally he'll speed up and do tap, and then try and hit you, and he'll make a noise, and that's your cue to spin round and tail whip him in the face. Just tail whip to the face. There we go. 3 times. Most of the bosses take 3 hits in this game. Just 1, 2, 3, and that's it. Job done. Come on, one more time. Go on, speed up and catch me. Speed up and catch me. Speed up and catch me. There we go, and Croc. There we go. We like to tail the face. And then we get a nice little cutscene of Baron Dante's magic wearing off, and he shrinks back down into duck form. Yeah, all the bosses are creatures that have been turned, except for obviously the final boss, because that's, well, I think you can already guess that you do fight Baron Dante, it's not something like that. But here we are, our first secret level. Now to get to a secret level, you need to collect all 6 gobos in every level preceding it, so that's 18 gobos and 36 for the entire world now to get both levels. That also means you need all the crystals, because you can't get the last gobo from a level without the crystals. Oh, okay, right, again, there's no gobos in here, no crystals, it's all bonus lives and extra crystals with a jigsaw piece at the end, which is what you're aiming for. So I just like to fly through these levels. There's no point in hanging back, waiting it out. May as well just go for a run. But yeah, I really like the way the game introduces slight things. This whole first world introduces new elements pretty much every level, new enemies or new tactics or new something, and then it slowly gets harder in its hidden placement of things and its where it puts stuff, etc. But then eventually you get, you get used to it all, and by the time you get used to it all, you move on to World 2, which is the obligatory ice world. Obviously, every place has got to have an ice world. Now here there's a cage over there you can't get to, so just leave this area, run straight through it if you're bothered. In the next area you will get a silver key quite early on, then you can backtrack to unlock the switch, which unlocks the platform, which gets you, I think it gets you a life. But in my personal opinion, not really worth it for all the effort you go into. Lives never really do seem to be worth it in this game. They're either very easy to get or very hard, and there's no point in pushing yourself for a life, because if you lose a life to get a life, well, there's just no point to it, was it? You don't win anything at all. So, in my opinion, it's best just to leave lives as they are, and then just grab as many crystals as you can. Crystals are going to be your one main source of lives. There's more than enough in every level to probably be cranking out the lives, but yeah, sometimes it's just not worth it. It's really just not worth it. So you don't really need to stockpile lives. If you get a game over, you can just restart the level again. And yeah. Anyway, I'll go over this way around. Can't remember for the life of me why I bothered. But If you go through here, there's a little area that right at the end you get a gold key. Now in each secret level, if I remember correctly, there is a gold key which unlocks the gold padlock door. You don't need the gold key to get the jigsaw piece, I don't believe. But they aren't missable, I think. Oh no, they are missable. They are missable. So you know, if you get the gold key, you can go through a door, and then it's some sort of platforming segment or something to get the few hearts that are there at the end of that section. Not really worth it at all, in my opinion. Again, same reasons I've just explained why it's not worth it in this game. Just keep on trucking. Just yeah, keep going. Later on, you might get to a few sections where you'll just lose crystals for the hell of it because it's easier. I'm thinking, I can already think of a couple of places where I'll probably just take hits just to save time. Or you can actually even there's some areas where say you'll get to the end of it and it's a dead end, but you'll have something that you'll need to leave the room with. Just kill yourself and you'll walk back to the beginning of the room. But then there's also a few areas where that's a pain in the ass because you want to leave, and if you die just before the end of the room, you're back at the beginning of the room. So yeah, but anyway, so now if you turn this secret passage, no, that's too HG, but that's bad. But if you go up here, up all the platforms, time it right, you should be okay. There we go. And up at the top here, we have that gold door I was talking about. I'm not gonna bother. Like I said, not gonna bother. It's a couple of lives. Yeah, do what you want. But over here we have the jigsaw piece, which is what we need to finish up this level and this episode. So it's been KoldsnedLP. Thanks for watching. Next time we will tackle the next level, which I believe is the Tumbling Dantini. So this is KoldsnedLP. Thanks for watching. Catch you on the flip side.